I'm Jim Healy at Rooted in Love. Albert Einstein said that there were two kinds of people in the world. One lived their life as if there were no miracles. The other one lived their life as though everything were a miracle. And it's two of those kinds of miracles that I want to talk about today in marriage. The first one is creating children. I know God's the ultimate creator, but we're able to participate in that by literally bringing into being someone who didn't exist before. The word for that is procreation. Pro is Latin for forward, and when we procreate children, we're creating forward. But there's another type of miracle in marriage, which I call co-creation. We're called to keep creating each other throughout our marriage. Let me give you an example. Do you remember that ancient fable of the ant and the grasshopper? The ant was the industrious, hard-working one, and the grasshopper was the dreamer, the adventurer, the one who played their fiddle and sang all day. Well, the ant kept warning the grasshopper that winter was coming, but the grasshopper played on. Well, come winter, the grasshopper knocked on the ant's door asking for help, and the ant said, "You should have planned ahead," and slammed the door in the grasshopper's face. Well, before I got married, I remember sharing a very real fear with my girlfriend Madonna, who became my wife. Remembering that fable, I said, "Honey, I think I'm too much of a grasshopper. I don't know if I'm going to be able to settle down." But before the words were almost out of my mouth, Madonna said, "I disagree with that fable. I think grasshoppers get a bad rap. The world needs grasshoppers." Well, those words freed me to accept that part of myself. But I also knew that she was expecting and wanting a commitment from this grasshopper. She wanted a promise. And with God's help, ultimately, I was able to do that. Okay? You know, I'm right-handed, so a lot of things come very naturally. But out of love, I can develop my left hand, and that can get pretty good too. So with Madonna's encouragement, I was able to finish my PhD, hold down a steady job for 35 years, and even today, keep myself more or less in balance. You know, God creates us, but God also sustains us from moment to moment. And it's the same thing in a good marriage. Okay? Madonna's still creating me. With her help, I think I've become a hybrid of an ant and a grasshopper. I think I'm an ant hopper. I can focus and get the job done, but I can also draw from a lot of resources in doing it. So how do we participate in God's mutual miracle of co-creation in marriage? Well, I can think of two things. One, we can be grateful for what we've become because of our spouse's creative and sustaining love. I like to pretend that I've done it all by myself, but it's important to thank our spouses for that. Second, if you want to keep creating your spouse, praise what you love in them and ask for what you need. Now, if you'd like to keep getting these little videos, please consider hitting that subscribe button and clicking on that little bell when it appears. Thank you.